Same with Qui-Gon Jinn. If Mace Windu trained Anakin, he would have never joined the dark side. This guy is a ducking genius. Anakin has never talked to you about his past, has he? Only to tell me he won't talk about it. When he was younger, Anakin was a Boba Fett starship. Ducking. Stop quoting Star Wars. The movie snack. It's treason then. It is only natural. 99.9% of the Jedi Order. We are keepers of the peace, not soldiers. Anakin. Knife goes in, guts come out. Anakin neither resigned from, nor was expelled by, the Jedi. Upon Yoda's doubt, that meant he was the last surviving member of the High Council. By default, that makes Darth Vader the Grand Master of the Jedi Order. You may be cool, but you'll never be Thrawn shooting at a TIE Defender with a pistol cool. So this is how Liberty Ice, with thunderous applause. At least it's not dying because it's sad. You know, my lady, that Count Dooku was once a Jedi. He couldn't assassinate anyone. It's not in his character. So that was a ducking lie. Voldemort returned after his defeat, because he still had his Horcruxes containing the pieces of his soul. Sauron returned after his defeat, because he put the most of his power in the One Ring. Somehow, Palpatine returned. Obi-Wan after sending a honey teenager to bodyguard a pretty senator. Star Wars: The Force Awakens, an inter-race couple gets chased by a man with a burning cross. I saved you. No you didn't. You crashed both of our ships. We are stranded out here on this battlefield. You're injured. The enemy has no major targets. A cop has mommy issues. Emperor Palpatine gets thrown down a well. Teacher, your assignment was on a war of your choice. Me, yes. Teacher, what were the Clone Wars? Studies show women are less likely to receive CPR in public than men. The idea behind the Womanikin, a best vest for CPR dummies, is to help address gender disparities in CPR training and performance. Meet the Womanikin, the best vest working to close the CPR gender gap. I'm begging them to call it literally anything else. You were my sister, Womanikin. I loved you. The 5 horsemen of overpowered Star Wars character that can destroy the universe. You're exactly the way I remember you in my dreams. Aggressively presses panic button. Count Dooku Lego minifigure arrived with extra hands. I'm wondering why he would need them. When Grievous says he's been trained in the Jedi arts, but literally uses zero force abilities. I have purposely trained him wrong, as a joke. Everybody back in 2008, when Ahsoka was introduced. What's with this sassy, lost child? Ahsoka Tano is no longer a Jedi. You know the rules, and so do I. A Star Wars movie comes out in 2015, depicting a small band of rebels fighting a big evil empire, and the Jedi have been virtually wiped out. OT fans. Hey, I've seen this one. Sequel fans. What do you mean you've seen it? It's brand new. When you get socks for Christmas as a kid, I hate them. When you get socks for Christmas as an adult, more. The Star Wars Holiday Special. Don't watch it. For the love of God, don't watch. He lacks the ability to use the Force. I also lack offspring that wish to overthrow the Emperor. Revenge of the Sith has more memes per minute than any other movie in history. I don't know if that's true, but I'm too lazy to check, so. When you lose the Millennium Falcon and Lord Vader Zoom calls for an update. Critical. Level of stress, 99%. Brave disabled war veteran single-handedly takes on a group of armed Tewo West thieves. Owen and Barrow, when they have to hide Luke, but they don't change his surname. Sometimes, if you listen very carefully, you can hear my genius. Many Bothans died to bring us this information. That's the last time I sent Bothans to do anything. I sent Bothans to get me a coffee. All dead. Darth Vader in the OG trilogy. Darth Vader and everything else. The Jedi are extinct. Their fire has gone out of the universe. You, my friend, are all that remains of their religion. Are we a joke to you? Seriously? We talk like every day. I made the dumbest change to the wallpaper on my dual monitors, but I cackle literally every time. This is getting out of hand. Now there are 2 of them. If you only knew the power of the dark side. Oh, you think darkness is your ally? I was born in it, molded by it. The dark. 2 drunk dudes. Destruction of the Death Star. The most emotional lightsaber duel. The most famous lightsaber duel. The original lightsaber duel. Hands down, the greatest lightsaber duel to ever exist, no question. I have the death sentence on 12 systems. Bro, I have the death sentence on every system. Luke according to Imperial propaganda. We've finally made contact with aliens. It's the Galactic Empire. I told you, Peter. Don't criticize Chopper in r/Star Wars memes. What would you like? The Sith Stalker helmet and the holoscrims in the back. In Bulk Panther, 2018, during Claw's interrogation scene, he is heard singing What Is Love by Hadaway, specifically the lyrics What is love, baby don't hurt me, Neymar. This is actually foreshadowing to Namor's appearance in Bulk Panther, Wakanda Forever, 2022. Well, of course he would be scared of Neymar. He can't swim. Obi-Wan, Quinlan was here. Those who have watched the Clone Wars. Those who haven't watched the Clone Wars. The first Jedi in Star Wars. The first Jedi in reality. I told my daughter to grab her mask, so we can go to the store. This was the mask she grabbed. This is the way. When Anakin technically brought balance to the Force, by destroying the Jedi and Sith Order. Fan, how old would you consider Star Wars target audience to be? George Lucas. Never more than 12. How to impress Star Wars fans. Quicker releases. More lightsabers. Let the Sith win for once. When your sibling picks a Nerf gun instead of a toy lightsaber, civilized music stops. Obi-Wan. He was the best star pilot in the galaxy. Literally every ship Anakin touches. 3 years ago today, The Mandalorian released on Disney+. This show killed Star Wars. I'm sorry, sir. It's time for you to leave. Let me get this straight. You think that The Phantom Menace is a good movie? I do. And I'm tired of pretending it's not. Andy Serkis in sequels. Andy Serkis in Andor. Dad, if R2 is short for R2-D2, Chewie is short for Chewbacca, and Annie is short for Anakin, what's Luke short for? Family, no idea. Dad, a stormtrooper. How come other characters in the Star Wars movies had last names, but not Yoda? He did have a last name. He did. In which movie? They ended up cutting it out. What was it? Leahy-hoo. You son of a motherless gothard. Wait, some people really ship Cyril and Edra. I thought it was a joke. Scotland's tallest mountain to be renamed Kenobi in honor of Ewan McGregor. It's over, Anakin. I'm the high ground. Star Wars Andor. How can you watch this? There's no lightsabers. Behold, the Sandinator. It causes gritty, irritating sand to wedge itself into your swim trunks. I hate you. You like the prequels because of the memes. I like the prequels because of their beautifully crafted narrative. We are not the same. Force Ghost Kenobi seeing the boy he dedicated his life to protecting kiss his sister. I think I can see the past. Han and Leia, they're arguing. Did you kiss your sister? You hate on Star Wars a lot for someone who likes it. I don't like Star Wars. I love it. And if I don't love it, then I refuse to accept it into canon. Congratulations on your selection, Chancellor. We will bring peace and prosperity to the Republic. Lie. Thank you. Dark side 99%. I'm a Sith Lord. Ignite lightsaber. This bucket of bolts is never gonna get us past that blockade. Anakin, Palpatine is evil. I was born into slavery, and you Jedi made me spend the last 2 years leading other child slaves into battle. Well, you're ugly. When your home planet exploded a few hours ago, but a man you just met is feeling sad about his martial arts mentor. We don't want a backstory. His character is better when he's mysterious. We never even got to know his backstory. Fans who have no idea what they actually want. Mommy. Me about to speak flawless Geonosian. My family sitting at the table. 2 drunk cops. I'm Rey Skywalker. Nah, I don't have a type. My favorite protagonists. Me. I promise I won't get political. 3 drinks later. Younglings, when I grow up, I'm gonna stop you right there. You remember the clone that punched a droid? But do you remember the droid that headbutted Obi-Wan? My therapist, Arnoldkin isn't real. He can't hurt you. Arnoldkin. Schwarzenegger. So, this is where the fun begins. She can't do that. Shoot her, or something. Interviewer, JJ, could you show us how you wrote Rise of Skywalker? JJ. When you boot up Star Wars Jedi Survivor and Cal has a blue lightsaber instead of what you built in the last game. Where's my purple/green/orange lightsaber? Is it safe? The writers of Andor be like. The writers of the Book of Boba Fett and Obi-Wan Kenobi be like. Mom before guests arrive. Mom when they arrive. Repeat after me. Okay. Hello. There. Hello there. General Kenobi. There was a hand too. Did you bring the hand? Sequels. All the carefully put together canon. Star Wars complainers looking for the root of all the problems. When your crew makes the most units and avoids getting shocked for a day. What about the droid attack on the Earthlings? Go. I will. Good relations with the Earthlings. I have. Star Wars still has the samurai, Wild West and wartime element which once made it thrive. The space opera lives on. One way out. Star Wars fans. This is the way. Men will turn 33 and start basing their entire personality around one of these. Book of Boba Fett Boba. No. Spare him. We can't be as bad as he is because comic book Boba. Yes kid. You can go. Doctor, you shouldn't play video games for more than 3 hours a day. Gamers, you underestimate my power. Star Wars quotes, but add you piece of shut at the end. This is the way, you piece of shut. So, Master, how did you defeat Darth Maul? He had the high ground. So I did a 30-foot somersault, landed in his behind, and cut him in half. I sense this smug little bastard is going to try it. Later. Yep. Otters show their babies when they are in danger to make the enemy feel mercy. I don't have such weaknesses. You serve the Senate. I'm the Senate. Me after getting paid versus me at the end of the month. Girls, you. She's wearing the same outfit as me. Boys. Star Wars fans. Andor is better than your Filoni fanfics. No, Andor isn't real Star Wars. Star Wars enjoyers. I think Andor is a great addition to Star Wars. Yeah, it's a good contrast to Filoni's works as well. Maybe the reason why aliens never contact us is because we're too far away from our galaxy's major hyperspace lanes. I worry about you sometimes, Candace. In the name of the Galactic Senate, we wish you a Merry Christmas. 'Tis the season. Then. Lucasfilm changes the rule of two in the episode 9 novel. Star Wars fans. Lucasfilm changes Ahsoka's story after the Clone Wars. Star Wars fans. Clone Trooper gets tragically killed on screen. Random viewer. So what? It was just some random Clone Trooper. People who watched Clone Wars. Kerfuffle. He's a hero. How would you know what's happening on level 2? It's on the other side of the building. Those filthy Imperials are just doing their job. Those filthy Imperial hobbitses. Bro. He does this. Everyone. Fighting over which Star Wars trilogy is best. Me who likes all of it. Star Wars is Star Wars. You wanted to turn the thermostat up. Please, have mercy. I'm cold and I need warmth. Your parents. Then wear some layers. I pay for the heating bills in this household. Every Star Wars movie despite their flaws. Me. Sequel defenders when you ask them what keeps Palps from simply returning again after the rise of Skywalker. You are on this council, but we do not grant you the rank of master. I recognize the council has made a decision. But given that it's a stupid ace decision, I have elected to ignore it. Obi-Wan coming back to tell everyone he killed General Grievous. Anakin joining the dark side. All the dead Jedi. Sir Christopher Lee 21st and his ancestor Charlemagne, who was an emperor of the Holy Roman Empire in the 8th century. Hey Vader. How'd you lose your limbs? I jumped over a Jedi, but he cut me in midair. Lucky slice if you ask me. You. Ouch. I was also cut clean in half by a Jedi. The Jedi who sliced me got lucky besides. If I can't jump over someone then no one can. Jump? Well that's how this Jedi did it. Jumped clean over me and bam. Such a powerful move. Pitch. I doubt it. Who is this alleged successfully jumping Jedi? Obi-Wan Kenobi. But if you're so good, try jumping over him yourself. Which one is better? Shakti. 94%. Rey. 6%. Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni seeing that Tony Gilroy managed to do a great Star Wars show without resorting to cameos and fan service. It's Deathstick. If you think about it, the Jedi discovering the clone android army started the Clone Wars prematurely due to Newt Gunray's grudge and the fact that they had the Death Star plans sitting on an open console in a factory of Geonosis. You would be wise to surrender. Yeah, probably. When you're talking to a girl and she screenshots the chat, I hope you at least told the group chat I said hello. The Jedi with 10,000 units. We need new recruits. The Sith when there are more than 2 units. You know the rules, and so do I. Negotiations with the Trade Federation. Let's go. In and out. 20-minute adventure. I carried you in my womb for 9 whole months. Now, I need to know precisely what kind of return to expect on my investment. Do you have any roles for me, Disney? 200,000 roles already, with 1 million more well on the way. Therapist. Snoop Yoda isn't real. He can't hurt you. Snoop Yoda. Obi-Wan after losing his religion, friends, country at the hands of his own student and brother, then forced to fight him. The attempt on my life has left me emotionally scarred and deformed. Hurry it up. Dooku, you should be more patient. Master. After all, the Count is an elderly gentleman and doesn't move like he used to. I suppose you're right. I would kill you both right now if I did not have to drag your bodies. Anakin, we need to talk about Padme. The council forbids attachments. Shall we discuss Satine then? That doesn't Doesn't count. You should have seen him master. He is a urge clanker. So tall. Anakin finally meeting Grievous. General Grievous, you're shorter than I expected. Anakin murders men, women, and children. Padme, okay, get him. The real plot of the sequel trilogy. Master, the grand plan was successful. I have the fine additions. They didn't source bigger thing. No one. Merry carry on December 1st. They fly now. Finn. The First Order has a massive amount of resources and is the dominant military superpower of the galaxy, and jetpacks have been widely incorporated throughout the galaxy for longer than the past 3,000 years. The fact that you seem surprised at the First Order having access to jetpacks is why no one takes you seriously. Me holding in the urge to tell the tragedy of Darth Plagueis the Wise. The guests in the living room. You versus the guy she tells you not to worry about. 8 PM. 1 beer. 4 AM. I was a bad father. I'm sorry, son. When you realize that Andor is actually a secret Snoke origin story. Years later, Luke Skywalker met with Manny Bothans Sr. to thank him for his son's ultimate sacrifice to bring the Death Star plans to the rebels. I left instructions for everyone while I'm gone. Mine just says America. No, I want you to apply it to every possible situation.